Hey everybody, so I know how to start a video, so I just copy Darkseed. Um, I'm Taishi on Discord. Uh, I'm basically everywhere else as well. And I recently moved and decided to, build an NAS. I was previously using something super crappy. It was an i5 second gen with about 1.7 terabytes of effective storage on FreeNAS. Um, it was really bad. This is my cat who's wants to stay on the video. Um, so I moved. I decided to build something. I started googling and found SERVERBUILDS. I joined the Discord. I was going to go for the super cheap version of the NAS killer. I wanted to spend under 300 bucks, and clearly I went slightly over that budget, but I do have a small beast right now, and it's it's huge, it's super powerful, and I'm super happy with it. I'm just still beginning to toy around with it. I went with the not safe for wallet build, dual 2630s, and a bunch of discs. It's just 32 gigs of RAM because I feel I don't need that much just for now. Full specs are on the post, which will be in the description for the video. I am playing this video on super high speed because you can, so that you can actually miss my mistakes. I haven't assembled any hardware in a long while, and I've never assembled any server hardware. So, dealing with the base and a few other things was kind of, it was tricky at first. Now it's just, I know how to do it. Um, Along the way, I learned about SAS. I had no idea. I never interacted with SAS. Uh, Dealing with huge mobos, malwares, and unwrite. I learned how to make those SATA power cables, which they they were slightly tricky at first, but then they were fairly easy to do. I think I left a couple dents on my kitchen table, but who cares? Other than my wife. I learned about Vstock, which is awesome. I got my PSU there, super cheap, and honestly fits my need. Never knew that you could shock discs, so that's something else I learned in a lot of networking. Thank you, Faultline, for the tips. Um, so my build is basically going to be a NAS. I might having I use it for gaming, but just until I can assemble my own gaming rig, I don't want to have everything in here. It's gonna serve for my VMs, labs, and a few other bits that I run for my home automation. Um, Most of what I use is in the cloud, but I still need a control tower somewhere. So this is gonna pretty much handle everything, um, all that. Of course, Plex. I mean, everyone uses Plex, and that's basically it. I'm actually going to host a couple of VMs and a couple of containers and services for coworkers who will also be benefiting from my Plex, and well, sharing is caring, right? And that's basically it. I mean, it was tricky. I did find a few issues. I bricked my BMC while doing the update to a newer version, which all it required was for me to remove all the memories. I did. Everything's working perfectly, but I spent a couple hours debugging, and I was scared, super scared, that I had bricked my mobile. Everything's working fine now, so I'm fairly happy. I did deal with a few um, temperature issues, but that was mostly because I have empty base just now, and the airflow is going through there, which is logical, and it's causing the big bay not to cool down as much as it should. And I know I did learn about SSD types, which I had no idea. I was just a consumer, a gaming dude, and my stuff was on the cloud, so I pretty much didn't care. And that's it. Also, I learned that I don't need that much CPU, but I do need lots of disks, uh, according to people on Discord. And for people that are going to do a build, uh, do not do the same as I did and do tests outside the case, do the upgrades, do everything outside the case, or you will find well, hiccups in having to mess around with it inside the case, which is not comfortable at all. Also, try to do your stuff during time that people are online so you can get some help, and try to watch a few videos of assembling. Um, do not watch mine because it's not very educational. I mean, you only see a fat dude basically going around a huge couple of boxes from IKEA, and super uncomfortable positions, and that's pretty much it. And probably my cat at some point. So thank you everyone for watching. Leave any comments you have, suggestions or questions for the build, and join us at Discord or Reddit for JDM underscore WAAAT, which is what or something like that. I guess that's a pronunciation. And that's it. Thanks.